Good evening, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome back to the Black Business Network. I am Carolyn Wilson, CEO of MYE Institute, and I am your business anchor for this evening on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour showcasing Black businesses, owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. I present to you Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis. Show up to rise up. Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis. She is the president and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute, a 22-year-old Army veteran, retiring after reaching the rank of Sergeant Major, creator of the online course, Crack the Career Code, Unlock the Amazing Power Within to Lead with Confidence, Charisma, and Credibility, host of the Success for Women radio TV show, career strategist, international TEDx speaker, international spelling best offer, travel business consultant, and she helps women to progress their career in upper management and executive level by positioning them, providing them with a fast track yet comprehensive toolkit of life skills and abilities. She also helps women who are transitioning out of the workplace into business entrepreneurship. Her mission is to help women accelerate their path to success. She has a personal quote: being proud of your background and unique attributes will ensure continued growth. Recognition provides the opportunity to speak about and showcase our experiences as women exhibiting strength in the business world. Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis. Welcome to the stage.
Hello, and thank you. It's a pleasure to be here on this great platform. I want to thank you, Dr. Eric Kelly, for his vision. It's just fantastic.
Yes, it is. Thank you so much. And I look forward to hearing everything that you have to share with us this evening. Genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Absolutely. Well, hello again. And I am, as I said, I am just great. I'm just excited to be here. I really am. This is such a great cause. What Dr. Kelly is doing is just fantastic. And let me get started because I want to share some information with you. But let me just start a little bit. I want to tell you just a little bit about me. Again, I'm the president and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. And what I do is help women progress in their careers into upper management and executive level positions by providing them with a fast track yet comprehensive toolkit so that they will have the life skills that they need to get where they're trying to go. I also help women and women veterans who are transitioning out of the workplace and into their own business entrepreneurship. So, what I the things that have happened to me over the years is why I do what I do. I have mentored, coached, and advised women who were unhappy in their careers and those that were transitioning, as I said, out of the workplace into entrepreneurship. And the question that is usually asked of me is, why do I do this? Well, I can honestly say I do what I do because I was lucky enough to have people in my life that did the same thing for me. I had people in my life who encouraged, who motivated, and who pushed me to reach for my dreams. Some were family members, especially my mom. I mean, she was my biggest influence in life. But some were individuals who saw things in me that I did not see in myself. And because of this, I want to do the same for other women. And then the other question that I always get is, why women? Well, I focus on women because there are not enough women out there helping each other. There are not enough women out there willing to pull each other up. But here's the thing, men may not like each other, but if they can help another man in their career or in business, they'll do so. But women, unfortunately, not so much. And that needs to change. You know, to go a little further back about myself, my first good job was with South Central Bell in New Orleans, Louisiana. By the way, that's where I'm originally from. I was happy to get that job right out of school, making good money, good hours. I only had about a 20-minute commute to get there. Now, who wouldn't love that? I was an administrative assistant with aspirations of moving into management or executive level position. Well, there I was doing something that I liked for 8 years. And then the bottom fell out. I was laid off. And I was laid off December 27. Now, this happened back in the 80s. And I remember thinking, who does that? What type of person would lay off someone right after Christmas and before the new year? Well, apparently back then, South Central Bell had a monopoly on the phone lines. And so they had to make way for other companies to come in and provide telephone service. So they split into lots of baby bells. That's why we have all these different telephone companies now. So that's kind of how that all started. There I was, laid off with a mortgage, a car note, and of course, I had those credit card bills. So I was devastated. But then I started wondering why. Why was I laid off? Yes, the company had to split, but that was not the real reason as far as I was concerned. I really wanted to know. So I spoke with a friend of my mother's who had not only worked at South Central Bell, but after leaving there, she was a head honcho at one of the big hotels in New Orleans. So I called her up, invited her out to lunch, and I told her the situation, and I asked her why they would lay someone off with 8 years of service with them. Because I knew for a fact that there were some individuals there that came in after me, but they didn't get laid off. So that really piqued my curiosity. During our conversation, she asked me 2 questions. They were, if I had a sponsor. I said no. Then she asked me if I had a mentor. Again, I had to say no. She then said to me, there is your reason. And of course, I was a little dumbfounded by her answer. She then went on to say, you have to have someone that will help you navigate around the obstacles in an organization, someone who can give you a heads up when big things are happening and you may need to reposition yourself. And also, you need someone who has their ear to the ground and is willing to share information with you, as well as help you get to where you are trying to go. Again, I was shocked by the entire conversation. But you know what? It was a lesson learned, and one that I learned very well. Because after that, the next organization that I went to, and in the new position that I was able to get, I made sure to get a mentor first. And then I was able to have a sponsor. And you know what? She was correct, because after having these two assets in my life, that helped my career tremendously. I went from being a newbie in the organization to being on the executive staff, making some of the decisions on whom to bring in to fill positions within that organization. That's how valid her information was to me and how serious I took it. Now, let me be clear here. This did not happen overnight, and it was not a walk in the park. But I was better armed and better equipped and better able to understand what I needed and what needed to be done. You literally have to learn how to maneuver your way around an organization, something I did not know until after I was laid off. I also learned to invest in myself. And as I said earlier, I have mentored and coached, and I have been mentored and coached by some of the very top-notch individuals in my career and in business. And I still have coaches in my life to this day. Why? Because I know no one gets to the top of any profession or in any business without some type of help. And here's my personal philosophy. I believe we all have a purpose. And I know Dr. LaTanya Small, she spoke in depth about your purpose. We are all unique and we all have the gift of sharing. And as women, we should be proud of our background and unique attributes. And we need to showcase our experiences as women exhibiting strength in the business world. This is why I work with women, because I want them to know they can have a stellar career if that's what they want. They can be the CEO of their own business, as long as they do not give up on themselves or their gifts and their talents. You know why I started my company? Being a successful executive myself for more than 20 years in the challenging male-dominated fields of government and the military, I can tell you this. There were no roadmaps back in the 80s and the 90s to help women excel, to help women to reach their full potential. Trust me when I say I struggled for a while, but I know what it's like to get good performance reviews, take class after class, work long hours, be a team player, and still not receive recognition for my skills and my talents. I spent countless hours and tons of money learning from other successful women what I now share with other women because I want to save women time. I want to help women make money, and I want to help women overcome the frustration that comes from being passed over and overlooked, even though you know that you're well qualified. And in some cases, the person you're sitting in front of, they know it too. You're more than qualified to sit at that table. And in a lot of cases, to own the table. I was blessed with mentors and coaches that guided me, and I've also been a student of executive success for women. By that I mean studying the leading women in their field and how they got there. I literally did the research by interviewing 20 women in and around the Washington, D.C. area, because I wanted to know how these women made it to the top, made it to where they were, how they stayed there, and the obstacles they had to face getting there, and the obstacles they faced being there. And because of that research, the results from that, I discovered the secrets of highly successful women. And I also created a program based on that, from that research, that I share as a blueprint to help women navigate the obstacles and the challenges that they tend to face while trying to move forward in their career or in business. So here's the message to the ladies out there. I've learned there is a process you can follow to rise up. And I call this process showing up. When you show up, you will rise up. We have an amazing resource on this planet, a resource that has tremendous potential. And that resource is us, women. Unfortunately, we're not all tapping into our full potential. And I can tell you this, there are 3 reasons for women not tapping into their full potential. The first is because of a lack of confidence in their abilities. Keep in mind that the life you're leading today is the result of past decisions and indecisions. If you don't like your current situation, change the way you make decisions. Many of us make decisions based on instant gratification with no regard for the long-term consequences. As women, we tend to hold ourselves back when we make decisions based on what ifs. We listen to that little voice in our heads that says, what if I'm not good enough? What if I don't have what it takes? What if I fail? Instead of moving forward with confidence, we hold back. We let doubt and fear take over, even though we know we are well qualified. And the second reason is a lack of assertiveness. Ladies, we have talents and potential, but who will see them if we don't understand how to speak up and get noticed? When we join a meeting, we often sit in the back or to the side. When we could assert ourselves, we don't. We shrink back. We let ourselves be interrupted or say nothing when other people take our ideas. When we do speak up, we tend to express ourselves with uncertainty, saying words such as, I'm not sure if this is relevant. I don't know if this is helpful. You may not agree. This might not be a good idea, but haven't you heard those words and phrases before? I know you have. When you and I use words and phrases like these, we undermine our credibility, ladies. And the third reason we're not tapping into our full potential is because we don't build a support network. You know, I had a client who wanted to move up the ranks in her organization. Her supervisor agreed, of course, that she was more than qualified. But guess what? That supervisor would not give her a recommendation. Why? Because the supervisor felt it would look too much like favoritism. To me, I have to tell you, this just looked like one woman who would not reach back to help another woman move forward. Ladies, if we want to rise up, we must learn to support each other in career and in business. So here's what you need to do. You need to think success. When you think of success, what do you think it means? What do you think it means? Now, we all know success means different things to different people. For me, success is whatever I believe it takes for me to be successful. In other words, I must be able to articulate. I must have a compelling message. And I must be able to share with the people I serve or speak to. And I must make sure that I can invoke change in the lives of the people that I meet and that I serve. That's what success means to me. Here's the thing. Whatever success means to you, getting into the right frame of mind and having the right attitude will help you to get there. Because a critical part of success is to determine what your purpose in life is and what you want your purpose to be. You will hear that a lot, knowing what your purpose is, because you have to know what it is. So I have two questions for you. Those of you who are listening right now, I want you to consider these two questions. Where are you now? And where do you want to go? The reason I ask you these questions is because I have found that people have a good idea of where they want to go, but are usually not very accurate as to where they are today and what they need immediately to move toward what they want. One reason many people struggle to become successful is because they don't have a clear vision of what they want to accomplish. You know, they have a vague idea of the benefits they would like to gain, like more money or maybe a bigger house. But they don't have any idea how they will achieve these things. They may even try a few different ventures. half-heartedly working toward a greater level of success, but eventually they lose interest when they don't see much progress. I want it right now. I can't wait. And unfortunately, the problem may not be that you're incapable of reaching the level of success that you desire, but rather that you don't have a clear enough vision of what you want to accomplish. A vision will help you to overcome obstacles in the way and also to help you hold on when times are tough. A vision that is well defined helps you to focus and create purpose that becomes your measurement for success. If you do not have a vision of who you want to be, how you want to succeed, or what you want out of life, you begin to lack drive and your life becomes just an order of events. Success can be scary because it involves change. Success can be intimidating and it can be hard to handle. Success also involves more challenges and responsibilities, and that is threatening, which is why many people fear success. But then again, success is a wonderful thing. We all feel great when we work at something and get the results we wanted. But again, here's the thing. Sometimes we succeed at producing our intended result, and sometimes we may fail because that's just a fact of life for all of us. The problem is the reward for success is usually tangible, while the value of failure can be much harder to appreciate. Life is about learning what works and what doesn't. In the learning process, success and failure have equal value as long as we learn from them. So never link your personal worth to the results that you produce. Always remember, you are a person, not an accomplishment. And never, ever allow someone else's opinion of you to shape your view of yourself. Countless individuals have achieved great success, but have never realized true inward fulfillment because they're living the dream that someone else had for them, not their own. They're living up to the expectations and goals that others set for them rather than the ones they set for themselves. You will never find true fulfillment and purpose if you're living someone else's dream. Now, you may be successful in what you're doing, but if it isn't your own goal, your own desire, your own purpose, you will never have the inner contentment that comes with knowing that you're doing exactly what you were meant to do. Now, this may be another generalization, but women are considered better at interpersonal communication. Women leaders are in the position to provide feedback to other women, to assist them in their quest for excellence and to be able to succeed. and they should and must do so. The most important thing an established leader can do is to help others achieve their goals as well. Persistence, personality, and plain old hard work are the stepping stones on the path to success. To level the playing field, you must know how the game is played. And as a professional woman, if you feel sometimes as though you're auditioning for a part in a theatrical production every day, well, guess what? It's because you are. It's because women are usually more closely scrutinized than men, especially if they're in a high ranking position or CEO of a business. A successful leader recognizes the success of others and celebrates their achievements. The best leaders are the ones who earn the admiration of those around them. They're not micromanagers and they're not glory hogs. A female becomes a success by recognizing what needs to be done, and she gets it done. However, the myth is that women make great worker bees, but visionary leaders, not so much. Margaret Thatcher was often quoted as saying, "If you want something done, ask a woman." No, if you want something said, that's the way it goes. If you want something said, ask a man. But if you want something done, ask a woman. Unfortunately, that's the kind of thinking that keeps most women stuck and not progressing forward in their prospective fields, while men move forward into leadership roles of organizations and in their own companies. At a certain point, you've got to give up the grindstone to pursue your vision and strategy. Getting ahead is about breaking bad habits, like always wanting to be humble and not wanting to be visible. I always tell my clients that they must be comfortable with tooting their own horn. As we always tell our children, just do it. Do you want the job with the raise? Do you want a successful business? If so, you really must know why you want it, and you must be able to taste it. Success comes from clarity of purpose and repeated action. So, here are what I consider the ABCs of success. A, appreciate your family and your friends. B, be a woman of principle. C, conquer your fear and count your blessings. D, dream, ladies, dream. You have to. E, encourage yourself and expect success. F, fight for what you believe in. G, give 100% and give thanks. H, help others. I, image matters. J, Judge no one. K, keep your word. L, live with integrity and love yourself. M, make a difference and mentor. N, never give up. O, operate out of honesty. P, practice patience. Q, questions things that need to be changed. R, respect others. S, stand up for what is right. T, take responsibility for your actions. U, use your God given talents. V, volunteer. W, work hard. X, excel at whatever you do. And yes, I can spell. Y, yield to your purpose in life. And Z, zero in on your dreams. So as I begin to just wrap up what I'm saying tonight, when we as women get into the habit of being confident, being assertive, and building a support network, I'm confident we will show up to rise up. When we rise up, we will tap into our full potential. You know, that stuff that we are made of. Unfortunately, there are some who will never reach their full potential. And that's not because they don't possess the qualities to be more successful than they are, but it's because they are not willing to take the risks or to do the work involved in reaching their full potential. Every successful businesswoman will tell you that their climb to success came with hurdles and obstacles to overcome. True success does not come easy, but determination will pay off. When it comes to succeeding in business, never tell yourself you can't be as successful as others. Know and believe that you are capable of accomplishing as much as the other person or more. The key is to possess the same drive and determination. That's what separates the successful from those who stand on the sidelines and watch others reach the top. If you believe that success is impossible for you to achieve, then that will be your truth. Once you learn and believe you have the power to envision your own success, then you can expect to achieve all that you want to achieve in life. Having the future that you want isn't impossible, but you will need to learn different approaches and try new ways of thinking. After careful research, I found that all successful people are alike in one way, and that is how they think. That is the one thing that separates successful people from unsuccessful ones. And here's the good news: how successful people think can be learned. If you change your thinking, you can change your life. So don't dim your light or let anyone crush your dreams. Believe that you are worth it. Believe that you are capable. Believe you can do anything you set your mind to do. Show up to rise up and become the woman that you were meant to be. Because when we as women show up to rise up, guess what? Everyone wins. I am Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. It has been a pleasure being here tonight. And if you'd like to reach out to me, you can go to my website, which is www.exwsi.com. And while you're out on the website, make sure you download my free 3-part video series on 3 things every woman should do to position herself for executive leadership. To email me, go email me at info@exwsi.com. Again, it has been a pleasure. I've truly enjoyed myself. And as we all know, genius is common.
Dr. Madeline, listen, like you are just like the icing on the cake, right? We had cake, the last one we had the cake, right? So now you're that pound cake. I think we all want the pound, but you were the icing, right? You're the icing tonight to just really just make this masterpiece so well, and for this to be the theme for women empowerment and inclusion today. And you are just, I'm just, bowing to you today. Like, so thank
Thank
you so
you.
much for imparting all of this wisdom that you gave. Once again, just like I have so many notes. I don't even know what to talk about, but I can tell you what they were saying in the chat. You actually, we were touching some souls. We have great message, Dr. Madeline. I believe women have so many personal insecurities about themselves, and are very selfish about motivating, mentoring, advising like you have done. Thank you for your strengths. So, wow. Once again, zero in your dreams. Yeah, they love the rise up, the show up, and just show up to rise up. I just gave you a whole new title. So, look, I'm gonna have to get a fee for that. I gave her pebbles. I'm giving you giving all the little gems away. But but thank you so much. And can you tell everybody one last time how they can reach you, especially how they can get the master class you had offered?
Absolutely. They can email me at info@exwsi.com. And of course, my website is www.exwsi.com. And as I said, while you're on the website, make sure you download my free 3-part video series on 3 things every woman should do to position herself for executive leadership.
Well, you've heard it, ladies. Download it. So, Dr. Madeline, thank you once again for spending your time with us this evening and giving us this knowledge. Genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
See you on the other side.
All right. The Black Business Expo mission is to raise funds for high school students, senior students, going to college, grades K through 12, entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser. So remember, it's a fundraiser for students. So you may go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund. Or you can use the Cash App, which is on the screen below, $BBX USA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts, so we want to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund. We definitely want to thank our May 2022 sponsors for this Black Business Expo USA. First, Suede Soul, Sharon Campbell, Solution Group, Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier, Development Council, Creative Force Studios, Work the Thing Supplements, Lotus Ritchie Ignites, iBusiness Groups Network, Stocks versus Sneakers, BH Associates, Lee Entertainment, Artistic App Design, WBNC Radio broadcasting at 3.5 million live. Media, 259 Mobile Media, Marjorie McLean Foundation, Live Shackle Free, Uniquely Different Enterprises, Genius is Common, Black Business USA, Black Business Expo USA,